Welcome to the P.D.A. podcast, where we are engaging in conversation and exploring real-life topics that help an individual better understand purpose with authority, strength, and boldness. I am your host, Vercetti. Let's continue to be purpose-driven.
Welcome back to the P.D.A. podcast. I'm your hostess with the most, Lexie, Vercetti, whatever you want to call it. I know it's been a minute, but look, I thank y'all for coming back and tuning in. Today, I got a special one for y'all. It's gonna be one of them ones, okay? We got Breezy F, baby. And don't forget the F, though.
The F is for phenomenal.
Okay, because, friend, I don't even have a topic.
Friend, I was literally like, I don't know what we talking about.
I mean, no, I have a topic. I don't have a title. So I don't have a title, but I know what we're going to talk about.
I go there.
Because let's take it back to the OG, how it originated. The day one.
Day one energy, okay.
Day one. Okay, so day one, it was AAU practice. And we was over there. We was talking about the chilling. And
we were evaluating your children.
We
were not talking about the kids.
But, you know. We were talking about them, but we was evaluating them and their skill level, because you yourself have played basketball from the age of when to when?
Like real basketball, like 12.
Okay, and to when?
Like now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still active.
Okay, exactly. And you play college ball.
I did.
Okay, could have went pro.
Times is different now, you know. Now these kids, they have access to so many resources after when it comes to going pro.
Yeah.
Back then, going pro, with my career trajectory and the pro money that could be made, it wasn't worth it. You couldn't make full-time income going pro back then.
No, you couldn't have. No, because now I make more than some of them as a teacher.
Right.
So it's like the logical mindset behind it. Why would I do that?
Right. I mean, for the love of the game, but then we had the love of, I have to survive.
I have bills. They have my name on it.
Exactly.
With my name on it. That's just my name.
We said,
we was
gonna act right.
We gonna act right.
Because they didn't sign up for the concert. That's extra.
So pay for the Patreon. Pay for it. So could have went pro. Then after that,
I went to corporate America.
Corporate America. And what was corporate America?
Like, okay, so I went to the NCAA first, which was in perfect little transition, and then a little bit of both.
Right.
And then, you know, I just bounced around from corporation to the government. And then things happened with the presidency of the government. So now I'm back in corporate. We back outside.
Yeah. And that's what it is. You know? Okay, because so back to this AAU practice, right?
Practice.
That's where we met.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, remember we used to have them conversations about how you was like, I really am not trying to be a coach.
I feel the same.
It was like, you was like, I'm not a coach. I'm not trying to. You was like, I said, I'll help out because of the babies. But coaching for real, he was like,
Not my ministry.
Not.
See, that's a lie. I can't even say that out loud. It's definitely my ministry. I just didn't want to
do it. Because whole time it's like, I was going to get deep.
Go ahead.
Okay. Because you know how something can be your calling, how it comes easy to you.
To come for my soul.
Girl, I'm coming for me too. Don't worry, we in it together. All in this together. We said, I know.
Just said with
Patreon. Pay for it. Back to the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Something be your calling, something be your ministry. It could be your purpose in life, and then you just keep running. Did you just say this? I did. We do that. We do that.
You just keep on running. I already know.
You be running from it.
And around that time, that's what kept happening. I couldn't go nowhere without, I would go to the gym to shoot around. It's a little baby struggling with their free throws on the other end. I can't let the baby continue to struggle with their free throws. I'm over there to help. I'd go back home to Florida go to practice with the kids. And normally I'm just there to play vibes with them.
Right.
The full court press was looking terrible. They was breaking. I had to step in. I ended up taking over the break. It was just happening like at that time. It was like just piling on. I was like, I had been running and finally
It
caught up to it.
It did, exactly, because I had got to that point too. Like, I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. It's not. It don't feel like something I should be doing. I'm not. It's not enjoyable. It's the ripping and running the back and forth. I once wanted it. I once loved it. Now I'm like, please leave me alone. Then it just like you said, it keeps following you. Everybody like, you used to play basketball. I got a position for you. Right. What you think about coaching these girls? Come Tuesday and Thursday practice. Show up. And you like, I just want to come to practice. Yeah, I want to clock in, clock out, go home. Right. To my home, to my room, to my humble abode. But then it keeps following you. Right. And so that was like around the time that we met. And it's so crazy because it was just like we've had some instances where we were both going through the same thing at the same time. Always.
He was my baby. Because she's so young and adorable and precious. She my friend. She my baby. I gotta protect her from everything.
No, for real. Because I had just graduated college. Just graduated.
Fresh into the world. My friend was still on that parental insurance. We make a joke about that. We're grown and
got my own.
Got your own. And
straight up taking it out my check.
Don't even talk about that $1 coming out the check. Don't even.
And it's not even $1.
You see what I'm saying?
It's like 7 cents.
Let's be nice.
Someone who. Let me not. But then those 7 cents don't be coming out my check. But it's enough because I can do a lot with that 7 cents.
Please.
Budgeting.
Ma'am, we're talking to the.
So, you know.
7 cents?
You know.
I'm not even good at what you got.
Okay. Long story short. That was for like a season.
Legitimately.
A single season. A single season. And then it got real weird up in that piece.
It did indeed.
It got real weird.
You know, we shit ain't have the weird energy for too long. So I had to.
Do we want to go into it or we want to?
We don't want to go.
Okay. Yeah. It got real weird. And then we laughed.
I could have got me some of your dick and some of yours, and I laughed.
She got some dick and some of yours.
And I did.
Left for you.
Did.
And then that was like, what year was that? That was like 22, 23?
22?
Was it 22?
Was it 22?
I think so.
It was definitely 22. I can't do anything like the kids. See, I just messed it up. Like, I'm learning. I look 12, but I'm actually old. I'm actually very old. I can't do none of this.
It's okay.
None of it.
It's okay. We both look like we're children and act like aunties. We discussed
the auntie. Listen, it's a whole army of these young children coming up that got the old soul and the auntie energy. We welcome you.
We do.
I feel like we have the best book.
You and your person girl. Please come along. We have an entry package for you.
At that time, you know, weird energy aside, it was for a purpose. I ended up, as you know, your little niece coming out of there with her.
Yeah.
And, you know, being able to kind of change the trajectory of her life. My baby's in college now.
Yeah.
Excuse me. They've in college now. And she doing well.
Because wasn't she a freshman at that time?
She was freshman going into senior. Sophomore. You don't do freshman. Just sophomore.
Yeah. So that it's been.
Dang. It's legit. Like that. It's 4th year.
Yeah. It don't even seem. I was gonna say it don't seem that long.
Because we have this thing when we met each other. It was like we knew each other already. It was no downtime. He's over the house eating. I'm cooking for Mama Leash. Like it's immediate.
Immediate. It was crazy. I was like, when I think about all the people that I've been friends with, you got that weird, awkward stage, a little bit with your friend until y'all get comfortable. We did not have that. We did not have that. It was immediate. And we started singing hymns together like two old bag ladies.
We got to get us some matching pocketbooks. We really sell it.
We do. We do. And then we're going to do a commercial. We got to.
So you'll be back on camera. This is already.
Already a lot. We have to sell it to the people. They got to see it. But yeah, so she's now in college.
Baby's in college.
And around, what was it, last year? I believe it was last year. You had went through, I should have asked you this off camera if you was ready to talk about this. Because I'm just, now I'm here like, girl, tell your business. But you had went through, what I want to say, something.
You want to say a season of difficulty. That's what you want.
Yes. With a certain person.
Indeed.
And
I'm talking about my baby. What we talking about?
The one before.
Are we talking about a male person or a female person?
A male person.
Okay, bet. We're there. A male person with this or a male person without this?
Without.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah. Without. Okay, so.
I'm like, let's see.
Yeah. And around that time, I was also going through it
with your situation. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Because I remember we sat, it was after we had just got done hooping. And we sat down, we were sitting down talking for like 2 hours after.
I really wanted to go home and take a shower.
Yeah. She was hungry. Poor Ting. Poor little Ting Ting.
We didn't hear it.
We did not. We were talking. We was talking like through.
We were.
Okay. So let's dive.
I see where you're going for.
Yeah, let's dive into that. Because I remember telling you, I was like, friend, I was like lost, confused.
Love will do that to you.
Hurt.
Love will do that to you.
Because I didn't understand what was the reason. What was the reason?
You want the cliff notes? You want the...
Give me what you want to give me.
There's a reason to every season.
It is.
So we have to dive into very minute, but also not detailed details in topic 5.
Yeah.
So it's essentially when you're in a situation with a person that you care about, they care about you, but I call it, there's a song by James Blake called Limit to Your Love. And so people like you and I, there's no such thing. And I don't think that's, I used to think it was supposed to be that way.
Right.
It's supposed to have limits. Like, when is somebody supposed to love them? Right. But when I went to therapy, I found out, no, that's you lacking boundaries. When you love someone with everything and then you expect that and you're disappointed time and time again because they got boundaries with theirs. Most people do. And then you don't, you create these imbalanced situations. And it's even worse when they care about you too, because if they didn't care, it would be obvious and then you could be like, okay, I can move around. But them caring, but not as much, or being limited, is like that. Because you have a reason to stay. Yeah, they love me. I love them. Yeah. But that limit, you feel that limit every day. Because all you want to do, because they're limiting, you limiting too, but not in comfort. You're limiting out of fear. And so you want to just let it all just ink it.
Oh, you just said a word. Because the limiting part, it was like, how could somebody show me that this is where they want to be, but don't have the capacity to be?
That's it. We're vessels. Let's think of a vessel like a bowl, like a cup, like a whatever. So some vessels are empty. Some vessels are full. Some vessels have somewhere in between, too much, too little. So if that person is carrying a lot more than you, they don't legitimately have the capacity. Literally, by definition, they don't. They don't have room. They can love you all they want, but if their vessel's up here and yours down here, you got room to fill it up with them, they kids, they whatever, they everything, and all they got is just this little bit to just love you. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And that's where the hurt come in.
Right. And
Because-
then you walk yourself into it because you knew.
Mm-hmm.
You already know. But again, just because the love is there, I would have rather them not care at all. But like, eventually my logic will catch up and be like, this person don't care about me. I can go.
Right.
But knowing they didn't really love me and I really love them and they just don't got it. It ain't no more space in there for me. Like,
Yeah. None.
and I walk myself into this. I didn't have to love this person out like this. I could have went with somebody else. I chose you. I chose it myself.
Yeah.
And now I'm here stuck.
That was kill. Like, cause at first, it took me and your conversation to understand that. Like, it's like, you know how you know something, but then when somebody breaks it down to you, like, you was like, oh, friend, she just ain't da-da-da-da-da. And I was like,
Not cutting drum.
you right. You're right. And then it was just like, when you saw the signs, but then you like, nah, we can work through it. We can work through it. Nah, that's cool. We get it.
Yeah. Same. People, everybody they mama told me. And I was still like, trying to make it do what it do. But it don't.
But it don't. It don't. It can't.
Yeah.
And then it was just the whole capacity that how you was explaining. I'm like, I know this. I know this. I know this. And then the fact that it played out and the fact that I couldn't see it or that I did see it and I wanted to believe different.
Yeah, that's all it is. You wanted the ideal.
Mm-hmm.
The ideal was not possible. So when the logic catches up to the ideal is not possible, that's when the hurt comes in. Because the person in their love is still there. That also sucks.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, they just suddenly stop loving you because your logic caught up and saw they didn't have room. They still love you with the little bit of space they have. So they don't get it. Like, what they tripping for? What they need? I love them. And they don't see your love going all these other places because you full. Your capacity's jacked. You got history. You ain't been to therapy. You ain't healed this. You got kids. You got this. You got that. And I'm just a little piece of that, a relief.
Mm-hmm.
You're not my relief. You my everything, and I'm just this for you. That's all I can for you. So they confused. You confused. 2 different reasons.
And it's confusion. Confusion because it's like whole time. How do I want to put this? Let's go to the confusion part. The confusion of like, why can't you still try to work through your confusion? Because I'm able to see my confusion and be like, okay, I can work through it. I can get through it. Why you can't get through yours?
So that's taking your confusion, turning it into delusion. The situation ain't changed. It still is what it is. It is what it was. Literally, when my situation ended, I remembered the first week it started and how I had a breakdown. Like, it started that week. I had a breakdown because I was like, this can't be what it should be. It can't. I'm there from week 1. Why are we a year and a half later and I'm hurt? For what? I know. From the beginning. So it was delusion. Everything else, trying to convince this, trying to make this, trying to work it, trying to fit a square into a circle, peg, like,
Free.
and you knew.
That's crazy. Because we be knowing. But so what about when you don't be knowing?
Oh, you don't know, you just cook. So that's you. That is you. And since I've been grown, I count myself being grown from like 28. Prior to that, I was out here just this green behind you.
The Similac on your brow.
You know what I'm saying? I was a baby, and I'm just, falling in love with everybody, thinking I'm gonna marry everybody, and I do better. But when you get to that point, like, I've been through some things. I've been through the legitimate grown people heartbreaks and stuff, and y'all done blended lives and unblended them. You're like, okay, I ain't got time for that again. So now I need to really truly think about who I am,
Yeah.
what I need, not what I like, not what I want, what I need.
What I need.
And once you go through that process,
Yeah. Because whole time, friend, because I remember explaining to you, telling you, I'm like, I did everything right, having the conversations, asking, everything seemed like it was lining up. Everything was going good. And then until it just like, until the ball dropped. And it was just like, hold on now.
so that, friend, is us thinking that it was going well at the times that it was delusion, because you can't You can't put a good seed into bad soil and vice versa. Doesn't matter that we're planting, we're doing it right. We're having the conversations. We're working on ourselves. We're trying to talk, work on how we communicate, trying to actually learn things about each other that you didn't learn about the prior situation. No, that don't matter. Background. Don't matter. Bad seed. So the outcome, no matter what, how much water you put on it, we can water it all day. Not compatible.
Not compatible. That is so crazy.
Yeah.
And by the time your logic catch up, like you said, I feel like you be sitting in that hurt by the time your logic catch up. Because I feel like for me, by the time my logic catch up, when my logic catch up, my feelings be gone. Like once my logic is like, hey, this is why, boop, hurt gone. But then until your logic catches up, you just be hurt. Yeah. At least for me, I just be hurt. Then when that logic hit, like boom, I be like, gone.
I don't have a proof mechanism, but I do have I'm not an is what it is type of person. I've never been. That'll come. That's what happens for me. Like, and it is what it is will finally overtake me once the logic catches up. And I'll be like, okay, I still feel, but it's more like you feel and you have to displace it. It's energy. Energy doesn't go anywhere. So you just got to spread it out here and there, whatever, push it, like flatten it. If it's a spear, you spread it out. It don't go nowhere for me though.
What you mean?
Like, anything I feel for any human, I always feel. Especially if it's positive, I don't connect with many people.
Right.
And when I do, it's similar to us. Like, I know your soul. So I don't lose me knowing or loving your soul. I don't care what our human interactions happen. I love you. I love the connection. I love our soul. That's there always. So I'm always going to have that. It just disperses. Meaning, if you got to lose access to me or vice versa, or we got to communicate less, or we got whatever for sanity or health or whatever it is, that'll happen. But that soul thing is always there with anybody I ever had it with. Friend, foe, indifferent, always. I never lose that.
You're so mature.
Yeah, I don't harbor, never been. Anger is the emotion I experienced the least. Love is the one I experienced the most, and deep, because I don't say much. I'm not a super communicative person.
Right.
I feel deep, hard feelings about the people I care about.
Right.
So where is that supposed to go? Because some stuff I knew at the beginning, or because an argument or whatever, where's that supposed to go? It's supposed to just, and it's in the air somewhere? No, not for me. Energy just takes different forms. That's all that happens.
I aspire to be like you when I grow up. Because and I feel like that's probably a part of me that I still gotta heal is grace.
Yeah.
That grace part. Because I'll be like, a part of me come out like, you knew. At some point, you knew who you was. Okay. So then for you to come to me knowing how you was, and then to see how I was, and then take it as far as you did, you know.
So I have a whole lot of that, the grace part. I see people for what they are, and I see people for what they present. So I don't never have with dishonest people. Because my sanity can't handle it. I never been like a checking the phone type. People call me naive. I believe people tell me. So I surround myself with people that are honest, because if I don't, you can tell me anything. I believe it. So it's like, if you are honest with me about who you are, I knew that from the beginning. So I have grace for all the broken parts of you. Because that's a broken part of me that is accepting of that. Because really what should happen is, if I'm healed, then it's, I notice these broken parts of you. I love you, but they don't coincide with me because I'm healed. I'm not healed either, because I'm taking in broken. And I'm trying to take the pieces and glue them. That ain't my job. Just like it's not your job, it's same for me. So that's all that is. It's the broken part of us connecting with the broken part of them. So I have grace for them. Yeah, you can know you're trash in whatever aspects. I'm trash in the fact that I accept less than what I deserve. Because being a great human or a great whatever, if you're unhealed and you don't have the capacity for me, say you're healed and you got the capacity for me, that's not what I deserve. Because I have the capacity for big love for whoever I choose.
Right.
So if you don't have that for me, you're undeserving, and I'm accepting it. I'm still broken. I thought I was healed. I'm still broken. I might have been broken in the way that you are, because you might be a pain-causing type of broken. But I'm doing it too. I'm inflicting harm on myself.
That last part right there, you blessed me. Because what did you say? I forget. But it resonated with my spirit because you said I'm broken, but not to the degree of where it's hurting other people.
Right.
And I think for my situation, what it was that it got to a point where they recognized that and they had to walk away. And I'm like, but the walk away brought confusion because it wasn't painted that way to me. It was just like a gone. And I'm like, so. And then you had to explain it to me. And I'm like, I would have loved that explanation at the beginning.
I don't know that explanation was accurate. This is just an assessment based off of what I learned about life. But ultimately, what I've learned about life is most people do not have malintent. Even people who are trash and move trash, they're not doing it with the intent of having a trash outcome. They're doing it because that's all they know.
Mm-hmm.
So if her way of handling the situation was complete and utter removal, it's because maybe in her head, she don't want to hurt you more. And if she does a hard sever, that saves you more than this soft connection still being maintained and you thinking it's a chance and keeping it going. Maybe that's why. So yeah, I'd assume the best in humans, unless they give me a reason not to. Most people are not evil, just out here just doing evil until most.
Yeah, you're right, most.
They're not. So I assume the best until you show me otherwise.
Right. Yeah. You're right. And that's what I think is so hard about the healing part, because especially when you know somebody didn't mean ill intent to you, but how they did it came off that way. So you're feeling all of the ill intent that is not ill intent.
Even then, that's where the us having boundaries part comes in. It doesn't matter what your intent is if you cross a boundary. The boundary's crossed. So at that point, if it's a one-time deal, you cross my boundary, it's up to you, the boundary person getting their boundary crossed, to say, okay, this is a situation in which I can tell them, hey, you crossed my boundary, you give them a chance, that's grace.
Mm-hmm.
And you let them know, and then if they do it again, you've now violated you, whatever. Or it could be something that's just a hard no. Like, for me, cheating.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no grace there because there's no understanding.
Yeah.
You can just be single. You can break up with me. So I don't understand cheating.
Whole time.
But a disagreement and you make a decision and you do, that's something that can be taught. You violated my boundary. You didn't know it, maybe. So there's grace in that.
Right.
But again, it comes from that intent piece. Like, I don't think most people, and again, I might be naive. I've encountered really good humans because I don't be out there like that.
Far from the streets.
I keep myself inside, and what I'm not, like, is this. It's mutual connection that's beneficial to everybody involved, and that's all it is. And it's good energy, and it's that. And I don't surround myself with people that don't have good energy. So maybe that's what it is, that most people I have good intentions. And even if they didn't, I'm not a boundary person. So I can't have a bunch of people around me with bad intent because they're jumping all over my boundaries. And that's what I learned being grown. Like, I used to be the doormat, the people pleaser. Everybody come and they just trample. And now I'm choose being a hermit. And I have in my house. And now that I'm grown, and there's levels to this grown stuff.
It is.
Now that I'm grown, it's like I'm not hiding from the world anymore because I refuse to put up a boundary. Now it's, you're not going to talk to me like that. You're not going to treat me like that. And that's it. And if you decide to do that, then I'll remove myself and you lose access. And that's it. It's no love lost. It's no hate. It's no whatever. It's legitimately just that.
That's why I said I want to be like you when I grow up, because the way you even said that you move in love and not in anger, because I be moving in anger.
Right, I see we do some angry stuff. I understand it. It's the passion. It's the fire.
Yeah. And I think it also has to do with background too, and like some healing parts, because I think I've experienced so much rejection, and so many times of somebody putting somebody else over me, or
not being chosen.
Not being chosen. And how do I want to put it? Just made to feel less than what I actually am, and then to finally be at a point in stage where I see my value, my quality, who I am, what I bring to the table. Baby, I am the table. I'm the table. And then, so that background, and so when it gets to those points, there's a lot of frustration and anger there.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of moving with grace and love, it's hard for me to do that because of my background. And so what I'm experiencing my trauma, so I move in anger and some of those things. So my immediate is, like you said, that immediate cutoff. No, bye, because this is a trigger for me. You're bringing up triggers for me. You're bringing up the rejection. You're bringing up the feeling less than and not feeling worthy. So I have to cut you off because I can't move in the love and the anger that I'm trying to depart from.
Right now, you don't want to origin. And it's so, we've talked about our upbringings, and that's so real because of the things, our relationship with our parents.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us have very strong relationships with our mothers,
mm-hmm.
and not so much so with our fathers.
Right.
I think the difference with the anger piece, your situation with your dad, there's room for that there. And my situation, my dad was there. The emotional part is literally just my relationship life reflects it. I thought I was gonna be married right out of college, a baby and a half by 25, 3 kids by now. That's like 7, 8, 5. That's what I thought. And it didn't happen that way because I had such varied experiences in love, and it literally looks like my household love. My mom, she loves like me. It's everything. This woman did everything. She made sure. I'll never forget, my mom's not touchy-feely at all. My big sister came, not touchy-feely at all. I come, love me, hug me, touch me. And she's like, what do I do with this child? I read childhood books and stuff to learn how to love me. So because imagine if a touchy-feely child don't get that. I would have felt reject, from that side as well. And I didn't get that. I got sacrifice. So that's how I learned to love from her. Sacrifice. I'm going to give everything. And then for my dad, I got literally, I've had such varied relationship experiences. I've had men drop everything for me, and I had men that give me that limited stuff. And my dad, it was that. It's like, I love you, but it's not unconditional. It's conditions to this. And then you don't do what I want you to do, and you don't do it how I want you to do it, and it don't look just like this. Then the way, not the love is not there, the way the love looks. If you want it to look warm and you want it to look like daddy, daughter, and you want that,
right,
you in line. And if you don't, then you get this stern, distant look. And literally, that's what my relationship looked like. So I think when you tell me you have an issue with grace, I had to forgive this man all the time because I wanted him. And then you tell me you have anger, I don't want you no more. It looks so, you see what I'm saying? And then we take this stuff into our relationships because it's unhealed. Right. So sometimes, thank God I've met amazing men sometimes. And so I just go into a relationship and we just love on each other. My mama love on me. And in these limited love situations, I stay in too long because, I stuck it out with my daddy, and I want my daddy to love me. Not just love me, but love me a certain kind of way. I wanted to look a certain kind of way. I wanted to feel a certain kind of way. And he's capable of both. He can be real, real warm. He can be real, real present. He can be real, real cold. He can be real, real distant. So what do I allow? I allow that distance. I allow that warmth. And it's a spectrum. When I know better, because what do I bring? If I'm bringing warmth and presence and love and joy, and that's it, why am I accepting this? That's my fault. The lack of boundaries. And it all starts there.
Wow.
Origins.
You're right, because like you said, with
you wanted to call him something.
I did.
I heard it.
I heard it. You. And that's why I paused.
Life giver.
Yeah, life giver.
Thank you.
With him, not present.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got bursts in moments. They were very small. It was like, here they go, here they go, here they go. And so those have been my experiences in relations with people, where somebody could literally, I had an experience with somebody at one point, they literally, we was talking, everything's fine, it was cool. One day, it literally ghosted me.
What's your need?
And I'm like, hello? hello. Then a couple weeks go by, they came back. And I'm like, are you good? Like, hello? Dumb, naive. Still got Similac on the breath when it come to this. Then goes to me again. And I'm like, hello? Are you positive you good? And then it was finally like letting somebody in and out, back and forth, because that's what I've experienced, in and out, back and forth. Like, but then on the other side, like my mom, the warmest, most touchy-feely, huggy person in the world. Like, that's how I was brought up. Like, my mom will always hug me, kiss on me. Like, that's just our relationship. We close. That's the bestie. We like this, two peas in the pod, right? And so then when I finally experienced that with this last person, where I could be that soft person, I could be that in that space where the same energy that I'm giving to them, they're giving it back, instead of the back and forth and the ghost and the leaving, the coming in and out. It was like, oh, I found a jackpot. Because you're not judging me on me being mushy, or me telling you what I think about you or how I feel about you and all the things, right? You're receptive of it and you're giving it back. It's reciprocating the energy. I'm like, oh, we there. We at the same level. And then for the ball to be dropped like that, then it brought me back over here to the other side where it's the in and out. And so now I'm trying to chase that the thing that I used to chase, which was that relationship with life giver.
Yeah, tell me that part.
So, yeah.
You know, I'm back into the chase with that one.
But then, like you said, like once that logic starts hitting and getting to that point, like it's like, I see and I understand now. There's a limit to your love.
I want you to listen to that song because it's gonna hit.
It is.
There's a limit to your love. That's how I go. It's gonna take you out, or
like, because it really is the origin.
that's what it is.
It's the origin, how everything started. And I'm like, that's the reason why I would be so willing to give people a chance who were demonstrating actions of not wanting to be present, but sort of being present.
It's like not seeing you of equal value. That's one thing, which is why I don't have many relationships, period, with humans, because the ones I do is mutual. Is this. We cannot talk for 2-3 months, and we come together, we gonna talk for 5 hours and catch each other up and be there for each other, because that's how it is. It's equal value. I see you as someone beautiful, amazing, smart, intelligent, valuable, valued, number one. So since I value you, if you need me, I don't care if it's been a year since we talked, I'm like, need what you need. And that's it. So when you meet people and they don't assign that value to you in their system, that's them assigning. You have it.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we're logical humans. We can see what's going around in the world. Like, most humans ain't really, and you see a star, a golden star. And I know that. That's not no low self-esteem. I know that. I'm everything. And then you know that you want me around, but you don't assign that value to me, because the only reason I'm in a relationship with you is because I think you're a star. I don't associate with people that are.
Right.
So if you're that close to me and I want to be around you, you everything too. Why don't you think that of me? And those questions, because why? And it comes back to when we take it out and we're being kind of self-centered in that. It ain't about us. It's about the vessel. They don't have room. It doesn't matter how much of a star you are. They don't have room for it.
They don't.
So they don't have a room to assign that kind of value to you, because they would have to make space for you, because we take up the room. Big Lex is not a legit.
Big one, not the little one.
We take up the room. So
Come on.
If I don't have capacity for it,
that is so crazy that you say that, because looking back at past the people that I've entertained, let me say that. I had no business entertaining people. Like, you know how you got that inner voice that some people call it the Holy Spirit, and people call it discernment. Some people call it just a gut feeling. You know when you ain't got no business messing with nobody. You know. And then it's just like, and then they show you what you knew. And then you be like, whole time, why did I do that? Because it is not to make it seem like you are above anybody, but just the caliber of a person that you are. Had no business messing with the type of person that was. Like, you just wasn't on my level. And I gave you a chance, but you acted like I'm dumb whole time.
Capacity.
Capacity.
And that's an aspect of compatibility most people don't think about. Do you have the capacity to love me? Because what you found, and I think both of us found in those situations we were in at the time, it felt like home, because it's like, yeah, I can be 100% of me in ways that I haven't been able to before. That feels comforting. That feels like home. But if I can't do it all the time because you ain't got capacity for me, what's the use?
What is the use? How far?
So we compatible, but we're vessel incompatible. I won't say I'm empty, but I got room for whatever we're talking about, whatever you needed to be. I got room. And you almost capped out.
Yeah.
It's not compatible.
It's a limit to your capacity.
No limit. There's no limit.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
Yes.
That's healing we got to do. We got to put limits on that stuff. Because we got to think of it like, if we are a star and we're golden, think of this vessel we have. We produce this golden elixir of life that just, we do legitimately. When we come into people's lives, it's like, oh, I took a drink. Oh, everything just get breath breathed into you. Why don't we value that more? To say, everybody don't get that.
You talking.
That's the job. Because again, we have to. Everything has to align. You can't say we a star, we're everything, we're this, and then we allow ourselves to be dished out in that fashion. What in the world is valuable that anybody can have in any capacity at any time, no matter what they do? Nothing.
You saying something, because whole time. And then it was just this last one where I was thinking, and I was like, a lot of times in those situations, we think about how we come off or give to that person, like to make them feel good, to make them this and that and the third. And then we don't ever think, like, what are we getting back?
I think we do think of what we're getting back. Is just because it's such a rarity that they're giving us back what maybe other people didn't. We value that rarity that we're not looking at. It's not a total picture. Because I don't know about your experience, but my experience, I would have like the 80-20 rule is a real thing. So I'll have all these aspects in these relationships, like good qualities, because I pick good people, good humans. Like they got, they're good people. I never say anything bad about anybody, I ever knew it. Good people. And something we missing. And I'm not a unrealistic person. So won't be like, oh, they're perfect, but they wear shorts at the beach and I wanted to wear one fit. Like nothing stupid like that, but more like something vital. Like if I had my 5 needs in life, like I need you to have a spiritual life. I need you to want a family or have a family. I need you to have a sense of humor. I need you to want to be active. I need you to prioritize health and wealth. Say those are my 5. One is missing of my pillars. That's because it's gonna, you need these 5. These aren't wants. These are needs, and you're missing just one. And I'll give this next person, now it's a priority. Number 1 was missing on this person. So let me go and prioritize number 1 on the next person. They missing 5, but you're not paying attention to 5 because 1 is your priority list because we're just missing that in our relationship. That's what happens. We're focusing on the pieces that we didn't have instead of the wholeness. Wholeness. And that comes with the healing. Like talking now, now that I've been married twice and what it looked like the first time and what it looks like now, my husband and I both, when we met each other, we were seeing people kind of have our pick of the litter. Like you're very, we can be whoever we want to be with, and something about each other attracted us to each other. And then we realized we grown. He older than me, my man's old. old.
My girl.
And for the girl, like, he's old. And it's like we really were sitting down and talking about it. And it's legitimately like, I value you the way you value me. Mm-hmm. That's it. In wholeness, not missing a piece of the pie and looking at this, and that. And, oh, this person was missing this, so now I really want this. But I'm going to forget all this. And in wholeness, I need these things. And I value everything about who you are. Mm-hmm. Good, bad, and different. And you also have these things. And these are in alignment. And that's grown. And then people get on me because I got married fast. And I'm like, that's what it's alignment. I'm like, I'm all down. So I'm like, either you got it or you don't. And so many don't have. I feel bad about, because I keep hearing, I ain't been in the dating market, but I keep hearing this pissing and this. I feel horrible. I'm like, everybody's scared,
Yeah.
Everybody's scared to really either put themselves out there or be vulnerable or whatever, or just be for one person because they done got burned in the past. Like, it's just bad on both sides. Bad intentions, bad experiences on both sides. Mm-hmm. And you can't come to a situation whole. You got to have some level of protection for yourself, because most people get cooked when you do that.
Yeah.
And so me and mine weren't even looking for each other. It was legit like, okay,
here it is.
Here it is. And truly that is the first situation I can say in which it was like a mutual, I won't say that other people didn't value me. It was legitimately like understanding the real value of who I am and vice versa. My husband is that guy. I never treat, we were married. It's difficult. We have arguments, we disagree, we have periods where we don't like each other. We always love each other, have periods where we don't like each other. I never treat that man like he can't walk out the door. I don't care if he's the worst of himself in the house with me. I never treat that man like he can't walk out the door and get any woman he wants, because he can. And I know that. Why is that? Because I know the value he has. That doesn't impact where we currently are, and we have issues or we don't, we good or we not, the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows of life. I respect the fact that that man is that guy, period. And I would like think he thinks the same with me. Like, my wife is everything when she walks out the house. I don't care if I don't like her today. She everything. And men are going to recognize it when she walks out there. And I know women, they see my men, they going to fold. Like, I know that. It's right. Value. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that's all it takes, like, to get through. Like, marriage is hard. It's not, relationship is hard. Maintaining relationship is hard. Yes. And it takes that mutual value. You don't lose relationships where I can't imagine I don't have friendships that I've lost. I have friendships from middle school, high school, and everything else, and they are just as important as you. And when they come into town, who meet them? You. Because it's like, the value don't, as long as you see me as valuable and I see me as valuable, we can have a riff we never have, but we could, and the value would still be there. And you would still be in my house eating, and I'll still be at your house with Mama Lee, and that's what's going on.
That's what it works. Yeah. Friend. Because you just gave a lot. I hope y'all got your notebooks, your pen pads with the pen. Because back to the, like you said, the 5 things. So like, say that one is missing. It's just like, I don't want to kick you, bro. It will. Because it be like, dang, if you just had that. And these be the non-negotiables. We ain't talking about some things that can be changed. Some petty, like, girl, he sleep with his, like, no, like, that can be changed. Right. Or he don't like to wear, like, for what? Right. He not 6'2". He can't change that, boo. You knew that when you met him.
That's a lie. Because when I met my husband in 2018, he was 6'4". I had a height requirement back then. I was hell. I didn't play. I wanted to be a baby. So I was like, okay, my man got to be 6'4" plus. He met the height requirement. My baby, he done shrunk. Oh, he under the height, and I love him still. Still. And that changed. That's something that's supposed to not change.
And usually when you get older, you shrink.
I shrunk. I shrunk. I got some kids. I shrunk.
But it just be like stuff that can be changed.
Yeah.
That person can change. People grow. And then when you with somebody long enough, you're not married to the same person that you, like, 10 years in, that person that you with 10 years in, that's not who you married.
Yeah, it's growth on both sides. They the good or the bad. You're not going to be the same person.
Exactly. So I think when people, when they get into that pocket in that area and they like, he got to be this, he got to be that, he can't be that. And then it's like, whole time, baby, if you really think about it and you sit and think about it, who you got right now in month 6, hopefully, they will hopefully, they will develop, they will grow, they will ascend, have some elevation, and take off. And by year 10, you're going to be looking back at what you said in day 1 and be like, that's the man of my dreams. Or that's the woman of my dreams. But we so stuck on because he not 6'4".
Terrible.
Not to come for you at your neck. Because it's we know it's some women out there.
No, like, be real. I limited myself when I was dating and I was like young in my prime or whatever. Most 6+, like, and especially in basketball heighted people, I'm almost 6 foot. So I'm not looking for, like, 6 foot is what most women think is like the attainable thing they want. Mine started 6'4" because I want to hoop. I want my kid to hoop. I want my husband to hoop. And that percentage of men is so small. And then you want them to have good character. And then you want them to have a good job. And then you want them to be childless. And then you want them to have a spiritual life. And then you want them to be nice. It makes money. Like, you know, reasonable money, take care of yourself.
They be turning out.
You putting all this. I could have been a beautiful short man back in my day. You could have been like a smooth 5'4". He would have did everything, like everything. Who knows? Everything. So that was something in my youth. But just, like I said, I done learned some things and just what I value. Is, like I said, that the thing I value the most in other humans is being conscientious. So I cannot stand selfish people. So anybody that I'm like this with, they not selfish. And being able to see mutual value, like in a non like self-promoted way. I am. If I'm your friend, if I'm your child, if I'm your auntie, if I'm your cousin, if I'm your woman, if I'm your whatever, I'm the best of that you're gonna get. And that's how I try to approach my relationships.
Yeah,
legitimately, I want to be like whatever that ideal is for you. That's it. I'll make people feel like the only person on the planet, like they're the most single, most important thing. And as a value, that's not normal, right? I know that. So it's like, if that's what I'm bringing, I need you to see that.
Yeah.
And you'll be around me forever. Like, there's no reason for us to ever part ways in whatever contingency we have as a relationship, because we got to see that in each other, because again, I don't mess with humans. So if you in my circle, like, you are that girl, like, you big, I don't play about that. You're everything. Like, you do so. I'm so amazed at you, like, who you are. I don't see you welcome a little bit, like, to me, 22, 23 is a baby. You know, it came up and you just, every step, just navigated it with grace and just seeing you grow up before my very eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really are everything. So it's like, period, knowing that when I see and hear my friend talking about what she taking stuff that she don't deserve, and I'm like, bring my friend everything she deserves, a woman that sees her as everything, and vice versa.
Period.
So you come to me about these problems and these situations, I'm like, it's very simple. When you told me what was going on, I quickly told you what was going on. I was like, oh, it's simple. Here it is. She don't see what you see. She love me. Who wouldn't love me? Like, who wouldn't want being logical? You know what I mean? Who wouldn't want you around? And they'll do enough to keep you around, but if the value is not mutual, they're not doing, like, imagine in this friendship, like, if either of us was just like, because I have friendships I know of where it's one-sided. I'm okay with that. I'm there to serve that person. They call me when they need something.
Right.
And I know that that's the relationship and I'm cool with it, or I'll cut those relationships off if they, like, legitimately terrible. But imagine that if it wasn't what it is. We bring life to each other every time we're around each other. It's revitalizing. Why would it, who would it, for me, it's not the who wouldn't want you around. It's when I identify those people and I connect with those people, I'm watering those relationships because I don't want to lose that. You're rare. It's rarity. Like, it's not scarcity. And scarcity is a limiting mindset. Like, I can't get this again, or whatever. So rarity is noticing, like, being realistic with yourself. Like, this is the world. This is the qualities in the world. This percentage of people have these qualities, and this person has this quality. This is not common. This is identity. I see that in people, and I'm like, I'm not letting that go for nothing.
But nothing.
So I'm gonna water it.
Yeah, it's that capacity point though.
Because I don't mess with too many people. I have so much room for the it's like y'all hold so much weight. And all of my loved ones, whoever y'all are, friend, family, my man, there, you hold so much weight to me. It's so valuable to me. So I have room for all y'all. Granted, if all of y'all called me at once and needed me to show up in Florida and Timbuktu and whatever, I'd have to figure some things out. But in general, will y'all need me? It is what it is, because like you said, it's a capacity. I'm not spread thin because and that's the grace part. When we talking about the people we were dealing with and the issues they had going on, they were dealing with some lesser vessels themselves that had them spread thin. You don't spread me thin. I don't feel burdened by our relationship. And you need me to show up, I don't feel burdened by that. And one, you're not draining me and you're not taking from me.
Yeah.
So they have a bunch of relationships that are draining them, and they don't have room. You see what I'm saying? They don't have room to be in a relationship that doesn't also pour back.
Because like you said, it's that love. They can love you. They can care about you. They can want to be with you, but they just don't have the capacity. They don't have that extra over to pour into you to say, hey, like, I can give this to you. It gets to a point. It gets to a point. Yeah. They got to a point where it was just like, you're lacking in places where you're needed or wanted.
And I feel, you might say it's the grace, because you had more anger in your situation. I don't feel anger. I feel sad. Because I'm like, for a connection to be made and love to be had that can't go further, that's sad. That's a travesty. It's like, it couldn't happen because of all these different factors and variables and circumstances that life brought you to, or life brought me to, and now this love doesn't get to materialize.
Right.
Could be beautiful. And that's sad. I'm not mad at you because you ain't got the room for it. I feel like, dang, that's unfortunate. You don't get to get this because this is everything. I'm so sorry. Like, you've gotten the pieces I was able to give, the time frame I was able to do it until my logic caught up, and now you don't to have me, and that's sad.
It is. 2 minutes. Okay. Friend. That is sad. Because it's like, looking back on it, I'm like, I don't know, friend. It's just meditating on it and taking it all in, because I think it was just some things about that person it was just some things about that person, and then seeing that the things that they went through, like in the situations and their experiences, that brought them to this point to where they didn't have the capacity for me. Yeah. Because I see the potential, but we can't work with potential. Potential can only go so far, and it did. It went so far and had to be cut. But it was just like, the sad part, like you said, it was sad to see that you chose to deal with all that, not knowing that when you got to this point in your life, you were going to come across this. And then now, something had to end that could have been so beautiful. And I think that was the healing part that I had to go through. And of course, you like that grace for that. Okay, I see your situation. I see what you experienced, what you went through that got you to this point to where you had to say, or what we both had to say, like, okay, I understand. Like I said, the mature part of you that still loves them with love, and me that has the anger. I just probably
gonna pray about that.
The anger away. I'm in deep prayer at the altar. Laying of the hands. Laid out with the sheet on my legs because I had so much grace. Now there's grace. Now there's like,
growth.
It's growth. And I can show you love, but my love, I got to love you from a distance, because I'm just me. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, because y'all not me. I know me. I know me inside. I can't really explain me to y'all. But yeah. So yeah, friend.
We done ran up all the time. We got so much to
We do. This gonna have to. We can need a part 2. We do. We gonna have part 2. It's happening.
You got me outside on camera, girl. You know I love you, cause
I think you too, because what? Until next time, y'all.
next time. Yeah, we acted so good.
We did.
We cut up.
Cause before this, you couldn't get us to shut up.
We was cutting up.
At all.
We was singing.
And laughing.
We was having church look cute.
Yeah, we were.
Next time.
Next time, y'all. I thank y'all for watching and tuning in. I want to leave y'all off. Like, usually I have my end off segment, and you leave in the comments, you know, your thing, your piece on your purpose and what this episode meant to you and what it brought to you. So if you have that, man, leave it down in the comments. Okay, purpose for purpose. What was purposeful? What was meaningful for you? I shared mine with y'all. So share yours with me. All right. Until next time, I'll see you. Peace.
For tuning in to the P.D.A. podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow on all social media platforms, as well as share. Peace.